Evening, folks. Took me longer to come online today because for the last 2 days, for the last who knows how many days or weeks now, I've just been taking it easy as usual. This is nothing new, but I figured, after going so hard on my Rivals and a couple other games, I feel like sometimes you just have to take a break. But I'm here. As for Pragmata, I did not complete the game after doing the... I could have done the final boss fight and in the last section after that, but I was in no hurry because, in my personal opinion, Pragmata is not a game that I want to go through again on Lunatic difficulty. Hey, Dark. It's good to see you again, Dark. I'm still here. Dark. Thank you. I'm still here, Dark, after all these years. I know it's you know what I've learned, Dark, is I'm basically doing this the old-fashioned way. And what I mean by that is when it comes to collaboration, I'm not really... Well, I don't think unless if in my opinion, unless you get lucky with the YouTube algorithm, there's honestly no point in doing YouTube live. I know there's one YouTube channel in particular who I actually respect. They are not afraid to be very, very critical and be honest about certain games. For example, Dark, that Crimson Desert game, people were hyping up that game up so much, but I had a feeling that game wasn't really anything special. And it turns out Crimson Desert is a waste of time. Rather, just play Oblivion or Skyrim or heck, even The Witcher 3. Those games do better than what Crimson Desert is doing. Whether it's smaller or bigger, the algorithm is something that either you get lucky or you don't. Another thing, Dark, which I'm not a big fan of, is when it comes to collaboration, those are not easy to do. And by easy, I mean it's you basically, it's kind of like there's this well, anyway, when it comes to collaboration, I'm not a big fan of that, honestly. And it's sort of like starting your own band. I don't know what it's like to be in a band, but there's this one YouTube channel that did explain it pretty well. And if you're a small band, well, you really don't have much of a choice but collaborate, or basically you basically have to be buddy or be friendly with other bigger channels, so hopefully you can get noticed. And this is kind of different from being a band, obviously. And I'm not really a big fan of other bigger channels in this platform because it's really difficult for me to care about them. And whenever I see other bigger channels, and whenever I see them act to games, I don't know about you, Dark, but it just doesn't feel genuine. Or maybe they're just overacting it for the camera and they're not being genuine about it. I don't know. It's when I see that, I just don't feel the authenticity from that. I don't know if you know this, Dark, but I completed Resident Evil Requiem about a while ago, and I completed Pragmata recently. And both of those games, in my humble opinion, they're above average. They're not bad. They're not Game of the Year. They're entertaining, and you'll get through them. But if you want, but they don't really stand out from the other games that I managed to come across in the last 10-20 years. No, there's nothing wrong with them, but But there are some people that are making it as its game of the year when it's not really game of the year. No, no, it's but uh, but the thing is, I have played better games, and they're not 10 out of 10. It just feels underwhelming. Like, for example, Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3. Say what you want about Mass Effect 3's ending. They really dropped the ball on that one. But there were better moments, despite all the flaws in those three games. There were better moments in those games than some of the newer games I have seen from new releases nowadays. Again, I don't expect every game to be 10 out of 10, but when it comes to entertainment value, there's really not much. Resident Evil Requiem barely has moments that makes me care or put, put an, they didn't really have much an impact on me. And for example, that Pragmata game that I beat recently, they got the whole father-daughter dynamic right. That's nice, but I think the people that made that game kind of forgot to tell a better overall story. So when I saw the ending, I saw it coming, by the way. I did not get emotional because there really wasn't much story that was told to make it more impactful, even if it wasn't a happy ending. That's what some people don't want to talk about or want to bring up. They kind of focus on what they were good at, but they kind of forgot the overall narrative, in my opinion. It's kind of hard to put it into words, but once you've seen enough games or watched enough movies or listened to enough music in your life, you can tell what you like or you don't like or something is off. And in my humble opinion, Pragmata and Resident Evil Requiem, they're not worth the full price after playing through them. They'll be entertaining, but I feel like if you're going to pay a lot of money for them, you're not going to feel the value for spending your hard-earned money on those games. They're fine. They're fine entertaining games, but they're not worth their full price. Especially when I have played other games that have done better. So I still bring this example every once in a while. Baldur's Gate 3. I am not a D&D type of, I am not a D&D player. I only know D&D from surface level, but Baldur's Gate 3 and overall story in that game, even though I went the good guy route, it reminded me of Mass Effect. You have a nice narrative from start to finish without DLCs. I mean, of course, Mass Effect had DLCs, but even before the DLCs came in, the narrative was entertaining. It was compelling. Baldur's Gate 3 is probably one of the best games in recent years that I still think of to this day. You know that Claire Expedition 33 game that came out and people talking about how that game is good? I disagree. I could not make it through the first 2 hours of that game. I did not care about the setting. And when I looked up the ending for that game, I honestly did not care about the story or the characters. So apparently they die or do not make it in the end. I honestly don't care. So the thing is, not every single game or brand new release is something that I will find compelling or interesting. It's just there really isn't that many games that really stick out to me nowadays. Again, it doesn't have to be a 10 out of 10, but it needs to have something for me to be entertained by, and it seems to be more and more difficult to find nowadays. And I honestly am not gonna go through a whole list in Steam or not or outside of Steam just to find those games. It's there's too many games. There's just too many games. I even have a backlog that I haven't gone through yet. It's just really difficult to find games that actually are gonna entertain me. So there's only a few games that really stick out. So, but the few games that I do find entertaining, even though they had their flaws, I still think fondly of them to this day. And by the way, Dark, there's something that I've been doing off screen just for my own personal entertainment. You know how there are AI tools that you can use just to mess around? I know you can create AI images just for fun. Again, human artists will never be replaced. I mean, when you hire somebody to make a drawing, especially with the little details, there always will beat AI. But at least for a brainstorming part, just to get in a sense of what it could possibly look like, I've just been doing that for fun, especially fan fiction. And what if, I mean, one of my favorites, which I think people can agree with, is what if this franchise crossed over to this one? Because you know that's never likely to happen. And what I have learned is the AI doesn't. It doesn't seem to matter which AI program or asset you use. They are more or less the same. I mean, sometimes the AI can be very good at brainstorming a prompt that you write in, but over time you have to add in more details for that AI to be creative. Sometimes the AI can be creative, but they can replace human writers. They never will, because again, if you put in a very small prompt with not much detail, it's not likely to be creative. And we have to add in more details to make it more creative. So ultimately, the AI doesn't replace actual good writing. No, it doesn't. We will give it ideas to brainstorm, but that's about it. That's all that. That's what that the AI really is. It's just brainstorming. It's just what if. That's it. Secret level episode, Master Chief and the Doomslayer. Hmm. That would have been interesting, but ultimately, I don't think we're really missing that much, in my opinion. You know, I've been having this random thought. Um, I've been having this random thought. In my personal opinion, Dark, I think the Marvel Universe, if you have good writing, the Marvel Universe characters I find a little bit more interesting than DC. In DC, you got more overpowered characters, especially when they can fly, like Superman, among other characters. So in Marvel, at least there is a sense of bit more human characters in a way with powers rather than DC. And I've been having this idea of what happens if the Doom, what happens if Doom, like all the Hell Spawn characters, the original Doom, like all these Hell Knights and all that stuff um, started to invade Times Square in huge numbers. That would be a very interesting fight. That would be a very interesting fight. I'm not talking like 10, 20 Hell Knights or all the other enemies from Doom, like the original Doom games, but like a huge army. That would be very interesting. And there would actually that and civilians would actually be would not some of the civilians would not be so lucky when those things start to pour in. Imagine a Hellmouth appearing in Times Square and the whole place starts going into hell. I mean, that's never gonna happen. Maybe there will be an AI video that actually do that, but then actual production, I doubt it. But that would be very interesting, or at least be entertaining for like a little bit on what ifs. So when it comes to other games, though, I can quickly show you. Might as well switch scenes here. When it comes to other games, there really isn't a whole lot that really stick out. For example, when it comes to looter shooters, not very many of them stick out. I have Warframe again, but I'm only playing that game casually now. I did go through all the main story quests that game has to offer, and the main story quests for Warframe tested my patience. They are not that compelling as they think they are. Nope, it was honestly boring. The only saving grace for them was that at least they were not that long, but they were kind of boring. I honestly didn't really care about some of the characters, and but I did manage to get through them. They're like expansions in that MMORPG that I play. They're basically another place to grind content or get gear, or I guess just so you can do the end game stuff where the enemies are tougher and more health. Also, arc raiders. I did not. I did honestly did not think it was going to happen, but I had my hunch. But I did have some I did have some thoughts about it. But the makers of Arc Raiders, the same people that did the finals, they are making the same decisions or mistakes to Arc Raiders that they did on the finals. Let's just say that I kind of saw this coming in a way, but Arc Raiders doesn't respect our free time. I am not going to spend hours grinding just to get the best gear. And let's say you don't have the best gear because you don't get to play 5 hours a day, like the people on this platform that do this for a living. Um, if you don't have the best gear, you are basically gonna get stumped by the AI enemies in Arc Raiders. You're like most likely your guns that you get on a free loadout are gonna be pea shooters. And no, the hide and seek tactics do not always work. You will just get unlucky sometimes, and you will die. And not everybody has the chance or time to or be in the mood to be in squads. And I still do not understand why Arc Raiders just did not have a PvE option. I think it was too much to ask, but that really could have helped. PvPvPe is not always a good thing. That whole mentality of being ratted out or being shot in the back gets old very quickly. And the number of players leaving that game, it doesn't surprise me. And I am not going back to Arc Raiders at all. I did play Sea of Thieves a while back, but the problem with Sea of Thieves is it's the same thing. You would there is a chance that you're gonna come across other players in a pirate ship to grab your loot. But even if you ignore that for a moment, because there is PVE in that game, there's actual PVE in that game now. Um, Say what you want about Sea of Thieves, it actually has actual PVE, even though it's reduced rewards. Yeah, but the main flaw with Sea of Thieves is that even if you play PvE in that game, which it does have now, it took you know PvE in Sea of Thieves actually finally came after 5 years after release. 5 years. It took them 5 years. But in my opinion, the biggest flaw on Sea of Thieves is the amount of time you gotta do just to get the loot. After you do a run, like whatever mission you do to get the loot in, you basically have to bring that loot to an outpost, and that takes time. So if you want to do meaningful progress, you need to spend like an hour. Yeah, yeah. Just getting there, then bringing over the loot. Uh, they will never likely do this, but wouldn't be nice to instead of going to the outpost to bring the loot, what if as soon as you grab the loot from that place that rewards you the loot, you would get the rewards instantly. They will never do this. But imagine if that was the case. That would save a whole lot on replayability. But then again, that also gets rid of the whole PvE, PvP stuff as well on, other players, um, possibly gonna board you just to steal the loot from you because it is called Sea of Thieves for a reason. But it would be sort of be like Arc Raiders where you only need to do like a 20-minute run just to get loot. Say what you want about the RNG on the loot in Arc Raiders, but imagine in Sea of Thieves the amount of time it takes to get your rewards was shortened to like 20 minutes instead of say like 40 minutes to an hour. That's the biggest flaw with Sea of Thieves is that it takes a considerable amount more time just to get your rewards. Even if you're not into cosmetics, but still the amount of time it takes to do the missions, even if you are successful, That's his biggest flaw. And not everybody has that free time to do that, and it kind of gets old. And that's why Arc Raiders I stopped playing. I do not think it's going to get better. I thought the finals, the same people that make Arc Raiders, I thought that game would be interesting. The finals, I also thought would be an interesting idea. Um, I thought the finals would be a decent alternative to all the battle royales that I have seen. But even in that game, they really did not know how to balance the game, and they just lost a lot of players, and it's slowly bleeding players right now. So, in my personal opinion, Dark, do not play the finals. It looks interesting, but once you start playing it, I don't think you will keep playing it. No. I tried. I really tried to enjoy it, but I just could not care to play it. I just could not. And I also thought battle royales, in my opinion, Dark, are overrated. I don't see the point or the popularity of Fortnite. And with the layoffs that I heard from Fortnite, it doesn't surprise me. The collaborations only go so far. I still I'm still very disappointed in Epic for throwing away Unreal and Unreal Tournament. In my opinion, those games have way more interesting gameplay than Battle Royale or the build. I think it's just a gimmick. I don't think the whole build mode in Fortnite was that interesting at all. Nope. Yeah, I don't think they are that great. I'm not the best at them. I am not the best at Battle Royales, but I don't think they are that fun. I don't think so. And and right now, I'm in the mood to do something that I normally do not do. Give me a second here. I'm gonna do something here. Give me a second. Oops, I did not mean to delete all that text. Give me a second. I'm just gonna quickly adjust just the title here. Pizza, pizza. What is that? I have no clue what pizza is. If pizza is a meme or a gimmick, I have no clue what that is. I'm in Canada, north of Montana specifically, so I do not know what this pizza thing is. If that is a TikTok trend, then I have no clue what that is. I do not pay attention to trends or try not to. Eh. But I am gonna be revisiting Dead by Daylight mostly just to refuse to play this game like it was designed. I know Pizza 73. Yes, I know Pizza 73, but I haven't played. I haven't that. I know Pizza 73, but not Pizza. So it's good to see Remedy here again. And when it comes to Marvel Rivals, Stark, it's one of the more decent. Oh, same company. Oh, I didn't know that. But I haven't eaten Pizza 73 in a while, so I can't really tell you. Um, when it comes to Marvel Rivals, Dark, I'm not really interested in going through the whole 10 hours straight just to make progress on the elo because it has been very discouraging for the last 2 weeks just to make progress. Unless you pair it up with somebody and you really fight it out just to make progress, I'm not interested. I'm just gonna wait until the reset. Most people will not make it to GM plus in Marvel Rivals. You'd be lucky to make progress in that. And trying to make friends or acquaintances in Marvel Rivals has not been easy. Also, I am not a big fan of Dead by Daylight personally. Um, I did come across Dead by Daylight all those years ago, and I don't have a very strong opinion on this game. But what I can tell you is that um, I do not think this game is that competitive. And I think this game is way too flawed to be fun to be played like it was designed for. With that being said, though, I'm coming back to play this game to refuse to play the game it was designed for and instead not take it seriously. And the best way for me personally is to play this game as a killer, but not actually play as a killer. I will actually do something, but I'm not actually going to play the game like the devs wanted to. And some players are not going to like that, but I honestly not really concerned about that. I mean, I will do damage, but that's about it. And when it comes to MOBA games, I have this game called Deadlock, but I'm not really sure if I will like it. I did try to play Deadlock a couple of times, based on the visuals, on the characters alone, but I'm not really sure if I will like that game, even if that game is still far from finished. Are you talking about Deadlock? I mean, the game is not finished yet, so who knows? Oh, this is interesting. The queue time went up from 3 minutes to 4. Oh. I mean, the main thing I can criticize Deadlock for is obviously the game is not finished, but in the previous builds, the game wasn't optimized. And when I say optimized, I mean like the FPS was not very good. At least the performance of the game has gotten better. But when it comes to gameplay though, I'm not really sure about it. I don't feel the fun in it. Even though I don't understand what's going on, I haven't exactly been... I didn't exactly understand the gameplay mechanics that well. The only other MOBA game that I played was League of Legends, and that game actually made me angry and frustrated. I just really did not care about the gameplay in League of Legends. Somehow League of Legends has an esports thing going on, which I personally am not a fan of. No, it's not for me. So, yeah, the League of Legends is not my cup of tea. Not even close. And I refuse to play that game again. I don't really care if you gave me... I don't really care if you gave me lottery money to play a game again. I refuse. There are some games where you really, really don't want to touch again. Well, Dark, if you... I would rather have Dark. I think you should rather work in an office cubicle than play League of Legends again. I think at least in your office cubicle is a lot more productive than playing League of Legends. Again, I'm probably just a minority voice here, but I don't think League of Legends is not that interesting of a game. In my opinion, in my personal opinion, if you want to be very good at multitasking, where things can change very quickly if you're not paying attention, it can be very difficult to pay attention. Age of Empires 2 or 4. You probably heard about those two games, but that is a game where you really got to be paying attention and knowing all the keyboard shortcuts. And it's not 3 lanes. It can be a very complex map that you're playing on your resources. So if you're not, so the map layouts are not the same like League of Legends at all. So if you want to do actual real-time strategy and where it really tests how much you pay attention, in my opinion, Age of Empires I think is better. League of Legends, I don't see the thrill of it personally. I'm not good on real-time strategy like League of Empires, but at least I respect for the people that are good at it. And I tried to do it myself with the keyboard shortcuts, and it's not easy. But when I'm in a rare mood to play those games, it's great. Oh. So, yeah. Also, this Dead by Daylight game with this 2 versus 8 mode, the queue time is ridiculously long, like half an hour. It seems like this game doesn't have enough players to support both 2 versus 8 and the regular 1 versus 4 mode. So yeah, this is not a game I would be playing all the time, but in the few times that I wanna play and just de-stress, this is something that I like to do. And the title I just changed to Allowed by Daylight. I refuse to play this game the way it was designed for. Also, did you notice that the shadows are screwed up? I don't know if it was artifacting, but the shadows are messed up. I just noticed that now when Wesker was putting his hand in front of his face. And they did an engine upgrade on this recently, apparently. Look at his face. The shadows are not proper. Something's wrong with the shadows there. Let's just say that some games from the 2000s and the 2010s did a better job than what some games do nowadays. Good graphics and mechanics and details have been done in games already in the last 20 years. But some games just don't even bother to do that nowadays. Also, I'm playing this game at a low frame rate, like 70 frames per second, 75, because it's already more than enough. And in my personal opinion, some of the maps in this game are kind of lackluster. They are not that interesting. I think the worst map this game has to offer, if it does show up, is the one that takes place in a... What's that map called again? It takes place in this meat factory or something. Almost the entire level looks exactly the same everywhere you go. There's barely any landmarks or anything that really stands out. Also, as you can tell, I'm not playing this game like it was designed for. Star Wars Republic Commando? No, I have not played that. Star Wars The Old Republic, I did try to play that game, but I've already spoiled with the story already, so I cannot do Star Wars The Old Republic. Plus, I'm already committed to another MMORPG as well, like Final Fantasy XIV, so I can't, I'm already committed to an MMORPG, Final Fantasy XIV, so I can't do Star Wars The Old Republic, so... And yes, I'm aware what I'm doing in this game. I am not playing this game like it was designed for. Is Star Wars Republic Commando on Steam? Okay, I'll have to look that up after this game here. Now, when I first came across this game all these years ago, when I played this game as a survivor, I can't put it into words exactly, but I just did not find this game fun. Especially when as a survivor, I could not put my finger on it, but I just did not find this game that fun to play. So yeah, apparently this is something that people have been complaining about for years. It's not something that you can easily balance. And honestly, I'm not even gonna look up the details there. I'm just gonna play this game and just be a chill killer, because I personally find that more interesting. $2? That's pretty generous. Yep. Yep, I'm doing the thing. Yep. Star Wars Republic Commando. I gotta look that up. But yeah, I don't know the mechanics of Dead by Daylight that well. But like I said earlier, I just do not find it that fun personally. So I just play this game as a killer and basically just do it. Just play this game as a chill player. I'm not the only one doing this, by the way. Oh no, I'm not breaking any new grounds here. Yep. It's not. It's very amusing for me personally, just to watch how players just notice how I'm just being the friendly killer for once. And sometimes you can tell by visual cues that they don't mind being damaged just to meet up those daily tasks or dailies that they gotta do. And by the way, Helldivers 2, Dark, you've heard about what they've been doing with that game? Apparently, they've been making it more difficult for players, and they've been nerfing stuff just to make the game more grindy and more difficult. I'm disappointed, but not too surprised. That's why I like playing Starship Troopers Extermination instead. No, they did not, Dark. Apparently, they made if I heard from the community just right from social media. Apparently, they made the enemies in Helldivers 2 a lot more strong. So they just buffed them, made it more difficult. So yeah, they just made it more. They just did not make the game fun for players. So yeah. Starship Trooper Extermination, Dark. I don't know if you ever remember that game. You probably heard me talk about the game a couple of times. But at the very least, Starship Troopers, the game is casual friendly. It respects the player's time, even if it's a lot more straightforward. Yeah, Starship Troopers Extermination, that game, when it comes to the player count in that game, is much lower than Helldivers 2. But at least the game doesn't feel like a chore. Oh, yeah, the price of the game might be high compared to Helldivers 2, but once you get into the game, it's something that you can play every once in a while. Nothing is more tedious when a game doesn't respect your free time. Because what if you are the type of person who can only play games like 1 or 2 hours a day? Honestly, people should not be listening to people's opinions. For those that have time to play 10 hours a day on video games. So it's honestly it's something that you should not be. Honestly, you should not listen to everyone's opinion. So yeah, it's kind of difficult in a way to please. It's kind of difficult to please both sides of the coin, unfortunately. So. Apparently, Helldivers, they've been grindy about it, so yeah. See, the only thing I did in this game was just slash once, and I'm happy with that. Yeah, so here's the thing. I don't mind grinding, but it has to be the good kind of grinding. Also, I don't know about you, but why is the bar on top of the screen laggy? It wasn't like that before, or is that intentional? Is that something on the patch notes that I did not notice? Also, after this match, I'm just gonna quickly look up that game that you just mentioned. So. I mean, see, yeah. I mean, talking about the good kind of grinding, so. But as you just saw, this is how I enjoy Dead by Daylight when I'm in the mood. Not take the game seriously. I'm not here to do these dailies, what this game is telling me to do. I ignore that. I just do what makes me happy. I mean, as long as you do something in the game, I'm happy. Also, American Truck Simulator. This is something that I'm looking forward to when they do add vehicles into the game. Apparently, you can an American Truck Simulator. You can play vehicles that are not trucks in the game. They're actually adding normal road vehicles in the game soon. I don't know how that's gonna work, but maybe you can play the same maps that you go with your truck, but with normal vehicles. That would be cool. I do not have the latest DLCs in this game when it comes to states. I'm missing Missouri, Iowa, and Louisiana, but thankfully I have most of the DLCs so far. So, yeah. And speaking of which, Star Wars... What was that name? Star Wars Republic Commando. I need to look this up. Star Wars Republic Commando. Also, Dark, I don't know how much of the rumors are true, but if Disney's gonna make the right decision and retcon Star Wars The Sequels trilogy, the one involving Rey, I will be very happy, because Star Wars The Sequel trilogy is a disaster. That's the story in that whole trilogy is nonsense. I don't know how much of that is true, but I'll be happy. Say what you want about the Star Wars prequels, but at least they had a story from start to finish. The Star Wars sequel trilogy, they have a freaking Mary Sue in it, who's perfect at everything. And no, that was pathetic. You're telling me this character was able to learn how to fly a ship, especially the Millennium Falcon, without any training or practice? Yeah, no. That's just one obvious example, by the way. Honestly, Dark, don't watch any of the Star Wars shows that have Disney in it. Honestly, the first 6 movies are enough. They completely ruined the Star Wars franchise ever since George Lucas stepped away from it and Disney got a hold of it. The only decent thing in my personal opinion, I think the only overall decent thing Disney did with Star Wars was Star Wars Rogue One. I hope I said the name of that movie right. But that's one thing they did right. But that's it. That's the only one that really sticks out to me. And I know I don't have time to go through all the shows. I just don't have the time. I wonder if this game is easy to run on modern systems. Might as well. Let me just put it on the list here. When it comes to games that I'm looking forward to, there is Bubsy 4D, an indie game. Bubsy had those Super Nintendo games back in the 90s, but they're not exactly well remembered. But this one looks really good. It's an indie game. It looks really good. And it's made by Fabras, who apparently are good at making games. It's finally coming out this month, and it looks really good. And it's pretty cheap, around 20 bucks. That'll be fun. I heard Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is probably the best Call of Duty game ever made, and it's from 2009. So that's something I'm looking forward to. Even though this game is from 2009, it still looks pretty good after all these years. I mean, some of the older Call of Duty games are pretty expensive, but apparently this one is probably one of the better ones, if it runs at all. I'm not really crazy about Call of Duty games, but here this is one of the best and worth playing. I've heard about The Division 2, but I have no clue if this is worth playing. I don't know. I mean, this game is still going after all these years, but I'm not really sure if Division 2 is worth playing, even if it was on sale. But it's still better than paying full price, Dark. At least that Call of Duty game is not $60. Yeah, the Division 2 did sell it at a very cheap price, but even if it was that cheap, I don't know if it's worth playing. I really don't know. This game, The Expanse Osiris Reborn, I have no clue if this game is worth playing or not. It tries to be like Mass Effect, but I'm not sure if this is worth playing. I don't know. It could be. I mean, I love the world building Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3 did, even if they did botch the ending on the third game. But it was great while it lasted. Also, Dark, I am never forgiving BioWare for screwing up Dragon Age. They completely messed up on Dragon Age the Veilguard. That game is an abomination. They had the balls, the nerve to put in real-life politics, while the original games didn't have that type of politics in their games. It's like they just had to, and people think that's a good game. It's not. It's horrendous. It's horrendous, and they think it's a positive. No, it's not. Say what you want about the previous Dragon Age games, including Inquisition, but it has horrible writing, and they think they were being clever. They're not. No. And all the decisions that you did on all the previous Dragon Age games, your decisions do not get carried over. These reviews should be negative. This game is not good. Really? This is a 9 out of 10? It's not. This game is not 9 out of 10. It's not. It's not 9 out of 10. I saw what this game had in some of the scenes, and no. It's not 9 out of 10. It's garbage. It's garbage. Dragon Age Inquisition was the last Dragon Age game that was actually decent or good. Yep, real-life politics. Final Fantasy XIV has a better story than Dragon Age the Veilguard. I should know because I played through Final Fantasy XIV. Final Fantasy XIV Dawn Trail had a character I wasn't a big fan of because the writing and the voice acting was just not good. But at least it was tolerable. Dragon Age the Veilguard, no. I've seen enough, and no. I'm glad I did not spend my money on that game. BioWare killed Dragon Age. And apparently they're making a new Mass Effect game, which I have no hope on. If they had the balls to do what they did to Dragon Age, they would probably do the same to Mass Effect as well. And if they do that, which I will not be surprised, then no. I have no hope on BioWare. Nope. I don't have any hopes on them. All the talented people in BioWare are no longer there. Nope. And say what you want about the flaws of Pragmata. I think the story in this game could have been better. But at least it was entertaining. It's not a high praise, but at least it's entertaining. So, yeah, I'd rather play Pragmata than Dragon Age the Veilguard. Even if this game is flawed. Also, yeah, that's the only thing about the American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator. I wish I had all the DLCs for the states and the countries, because that's the only thing I'm missing. I would like to go to Missouri and Louisiana, but $15 for each one. It's something you will not get right away. You'll save your money for that. But you can understand why they're charging for the DLCs, because you gotta make money for them. Yeah, I mean, that's how they pay their bills, so I can understand why. So that's how they're still keeping those simulator games going after all these years. They're that old, so. But at least American Truck Simulator and Euro Truck Simulator 2, they're actually bringing in vehicles that are not just trucks. They're actually, you can actually drive normal vehicles like cars, which is nice. So I think that's gonna bring in more people. So that's something nice, I guess. I'll try to see if I can play one more character prestige. Actually, no, hold on, let me do that. Okay. I'm pretty sure I increased the blood web on this character already. Unless I need to increase it by 1. Okay, I need to increase it by 1. Okay. Okay. Sure, why not? I'm not really worried about the progression in this game. I just do this for fun. That's it. No, no worries, Dark. I'm still here. I am still here, Dark. I'm still glad to see you here. So, yeah. Okay. All right.
Now, what do we have here?
Let's see if we can increase the... why not? That's nice. This is something I don't mind. At least I used my blood points finally. I don't know what the highest blood web you can do in this game. I think it's like level 100 or something, but at least I got it to low 50 on a few characters that I kind of care about, so it would be nice. You know what would be nice? In my personal opinion, turn off the background music when you're hunting somebody. But apparently there's no option for that in the options menu. Because there are some songs I really don't want to listen to. Kinda gets kind of annoying to me personally. That's why I listening to the Mastermind. The music for the Mastermind is not that annoying. It's okay, it's something I can listen to. But there are some songs like there are some songs I just do not find that interesting. Or just wish you could turn it off, but no, you can't. You can only turn off the menu music. I'll try to do one more killer run here, and then I'm gonna switch. So, I've been looking forward to Void Crew. Apparently the Void Crew game is getting a huge update. This is one of the few ship co-op games I actually don't mind playing. It's not something I'm in the mood to play all the time, but hopefully they improve on this game so that there's more interesting things to do. I mean, there are some mutators to make the game more challenging, but I haven't been too crazy in playing that game. I've kind of be focused on some other games. I also kind of torn between. I don't know if I should play Deep Rock Galactic again. Don't get me wrong, this game has some nice personality with the characters, but when it comes to the gameplay itself, it's kind of been something I kind of got bored. I mean, the character personalities are great. I give them that, but I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I don't personally do not think of this as a stream. I'm just having a blast, you know, while having a camera in front of my face, talking. And for those people that are very fortunate enough to be interested in this, I'm glad. Yeah, I think the queue time is much longer because of this. I think the queue times are much longer because of this 2v8 mode, which still has another 12 days to go. Queue times used to be a lot shorter when there's only one mode, so I'm probably not going to be touching that game again anytime soon. What else is there? Yeah, when it comes to Warframe, though, I'm not really sure if I want to do any grinding in this game. I'm not really sure if I want to do any, okay. So I'm gonna try Warframe again and see if this game is going to capture my interest. I'm not really sure. I don't know if it's gonna make my interest in this game any better now that I've gone through all the story content. Yeah, I've been through the main story already when it comes to Warframe, and honestly, it was really testing my patience. I mean, I was very lucky enough to have gone through the main story in this game completely, but but it was really tough because even if they were not that long to complete, I was not having exactly the best fun on it.
Operator, you have returned.
Nice, Tenno. Good, Tenno. We can be friends. Yes? Tell me where you are, yes? Tell your friend where you are!
So yeah, when it comes,
I claim this sector for the Grenier, for the Old Blood, for the Queens. See how I serve you, mistresses. See!
yeah, when it comes to yeah, when it comes to Warframe itself,
Ordis wonders, why is he here? Ordis supposes everyone has to be somewhere.
okay. No offense, Ordis, but most of the dialogue does repeat. So And most of the time, the orbital radio dialogue is kinda... It just repeats, and I've heard just about all of them. If there was actually some interesting things to say, then it would be nice, but most of the time it just repeats. So, yeah. But yeah, when it comes to Steel Path, which I was fortunate enough to unlock, I have no clue if it's worth going through just for more resources. Apparently, it does make your build easier, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how difficult it is just to get the stuff that you need, and I don't know if it's worth the grind. I was fortunate enough to get the builds that I wanted, or some of the weapons back then, but I'm not really sure if it's worth going through again. Yeah, when it comes to main quests, I'm very lucky to have gone through them all, especially the side quests and the Warframe quest. Those were kind of tedious, but I'm glad that's all behind me. And when it comes to these dailies, not really concerned about those, honestly. If anything, I'm kind of interested and curious how difficult it is to get better gear in this game. I mean, I think the weapons that I have and the Warframes are fine, but when it comes to upgrading them, like the Arcanes, yeah, when it comes to primary Arcane adapter, they're not free. You have to actually pay plat just to get them. I mean, what kind of actions do we have here? No, that's not it. I mean, you have to pay money just to get an Arcane, just to do in-game stuff. Wow. I wish the game would explain. I wish the game would do a better job explaining what you have to do. Instead, you have to go online. And yeah, I don't know if it's worth, going through the end-game stuff just to get these Arcane adapters and these weapon adapters. It's just basically just giving you the chance to do more damage. And apparently the Arcane can do a whole lot more than some of these mods can do. I personally went out of my way to upgrade these mods, some of them to max, but apparently there are better mods out there that can help you when it comes to end game content. And I have to give this game credit, even if this game is free to play and it's over 10 years old. The graphics in this game still hold up after all this time. Obviously, the game does look at its best. It probably is the same on consoles as well, but at least on PC compared to smartphone, which I did look at, on PC it looks really good, especially on high settings. But I don't really see the point in going ultra, especially if you got a lot of action going on. And it kind of feels weird to have all the main content unlocked, at least for the most part. I haven't unlocked all the Steel Pad stuff because I haven't gone through it, but it is a bit discouraging that the game doesn't communicate to you where the best places are to get loot, unless you look it up on the internet. Like if you look at this, it doesn't tell you like what kind of resources will drop. I mean, if Final Fantasy 14 also does the same thing as well, it doesn't tell you. But I wish there was, more things that can help you in the game. But yeah. Also, these are things that you can get. Complete missions 3 times in a row, I guess, and then you get these rewards to you, like field runs, which are things you need just to just to grind or craft. And I don't know if there's anything else to grind. Oh, chroma. It's been a while. If there's one thing that you will probably have to spend money on this game is the Warframe slots. Especially if you like to have a little bit of variety. But when it comes to weapons and everything else, you can probably get rid of some of them, and yeah. These Cetus wisps are not easy to find. They can be annoying. If there is something that I'm generally interested to do is maybe get Gara or something. I mean, I got all 3. Got very lucky, but yeah, you gotta do some grinding on them. I mean, you don't have to do the end game stuff here. You really don't, but for me personally, right now, the thing I'm curious about the most is how much grinding you have to do just so you can do the most damage with your frame or with your weapons. I wish I had more arcanes, but and I wonder how you can upgrade these things. Yeah, I don't really know how that works and how easy it is to upgrade arcanes in this game. Yeah, so I'm not really sure if I'm gonna have some... I'm not really sure if I'm gonna get help here, but... I kind of remember the Void Relics here, which I do have quite a few. I don't always use these, but... at least you can just write down what you need. Sometimes this door opens, sometimes it doesn't. I really don't know how these arcanes work. I wish there was, unless I have to go on the internet and look it up again. And even when I do find out, is it worth the time? Is it worth the time to go through? That's the interesting thing I want to know. Is it worth the time and effort? And that's the thing I'm not really sure about. Also, apparently there are better companions in this game, but again, I haven't had the chance to hunt them down. I think I have some decent weapons here, but I'm not really sure if they are the best anymore. I guess it comes down to what kind of mod you have. I'm actually surprised I do not have a mod for this weapon yet. Yeah, I don't have a mod that goes up here. Oh. That would definitely improve the capacity significantly. Again, this kind of feels like Final Fantasy XIV all over again, where after you do all the main story stuff and you mostly unlock it, and mostly unlock everything, you don't really... It kind of feels weird what you want to do, just to kill time. I'm really not sure. Yeah, I'm not really sure if it's worth doing Steel Path when I don't even have the best gear. I remember trying to do some of the high-end content with my gear that was weak. It was not the best idea. I don't remember this at all. Whoops. Sanctum and Antarctica. I think that's the social hub there. Again, it just feels kind of weird to be playing this game again. I somehow had the patience. I somehow had the patience to get through this game, and managed to do all the nodes before unlocking Steel Pad. Again, I really don't know if it's worth going through this game again on Steel Pad, but I don't even have the best gear to do it. I mean, I have some mods, but I think you really gotta get lucky with some of the drops that are gonna help you and help kill enemies faster, especially the arcanes. I haven't looked up on the internet yet, but I can only imagine how challenging it is to get the arcanes. And I don't even know if it's worth the time and effort to do that. I got too many games on my plate right now, and that's something I'm not really sure about. I'm actually fortunate enough to be part of a clan or a group in this game, but it doesn't matter how big or big the clan or the group is. You're not always going to get lucky with help. Sometimes you will get lucky with some acquaintances that will actually help you, thanklessly too. Yeah, I'm not really sure how difficult these missions are, especially with the gear that I have. I wish I had arcanes, but yeah. Well, how difficult this? Can you actually do this E prime with a squad? Can you? Again, just out of curiosity, how difficult is it? These are level 100 enemies, and
their rage is vehement, their focus impressive. Give them
how much damage
death.
can I do? Wow. Yeah, this is not enough damage. Yeah, this is not even close. Wow, this is not good. Yeah, this is not good. I'm not even gonna waste my time. I'm not gonna waste my time. Nope, not even close. Nope. If that is how much damage I'm doing, then no, that is not good. No. Yeah, I'm nowhere near ready for Steel Path. Yeah, these builds that I had, yeah, these current builds that I have, they're only good for normal difficulty. Yeah, this gun, this gun used to be good on lower levels, but on higher levels, that does not do enough damage. I think you need to, I don't know how much arcane I have to add just to make it easier to defeat enemies, but I think these things have to be used finally. Problem is I don't think I have enough, I do not think I have the arcanes that can actually help me here. Apparently there's some good arcanes there, but yeah, it's not looking good. That was really bad. If that is how much effort it takes to kill one enemy, I'm gonna get destroyed with a whole group full of enemies. Nope. If there is something to give credit for in this game, is that when it comes to the expansions, if you want to call it that, in this game is this Palm 2 PC.
Please select destination.
This is one thing in the game that I did actually enjoy. I don't know if I'll do well in defeating enemies at level 65. I need to do I need to get in mods that'll actually help me. Too bad we can't see these characters outside of this area here. It would be nice to actually have them in our orbiter, but I don't think that's happening. At least this one song in Warframe is something that I do like. It doesn't make up for the other story quests for being kinda lackluster in my opinion. This song and the boy band version, if you want to call it that, is actually pretty interesting. Oh hi, Wet Biscuit. It's I'm still here after all these years. So Wet, I'm actually trying to see if this game is worth my time. I have done all the story quests for Warframe, and in my honest opinion, overall, most of them are very lackluster. I honestly do not care about the characters, and the only characters I kind of care about is this expansion, if you want to call it that. You know what's funny? In Final Fantasy XIV, that MMORPG that I played, that I've also reached on endgame right now, there is also fashion stuff that you can do in that game as well, or they call it glamour in that game. But at least in that game, I do find it more interesting than Warframe. When it comes to the story or the main quests in Warframe, I find them very lackluster. And the characters in this quote-unquote expansion is kind of wasted potential in my opinion, because I don't think you're going to see them in future stories. The whole story in Warframe is honestly kind of disappointing. It really did test my patience, honestly. I mean, there's so much potential that they could have done with the story building in this game. But Final Fantasy XIV, despite the problems that game has, they did way better. Also, this game's communication with new players is not good either, unless you go on the internet. Also, I just tried to do the very first Steel Path mission, and just trying to kill one enemy was pretty horrible. It takes forever to kill it. Apparently, one of the more interesting things to do, apparently one of the things you gotta do in this game is get these arcanes, which does help you do more damage. But I have absolutely no idea how grindy it's gonna be. I mean, this is a free-to-play game after all, so I can only imagine how much time it takes. Yep, I don't know if I want to go through the time and effort on that. I really don't know. When it comes to the map, and I did do the railjack, I did unlock it. I did do all the maps. I did do all the nodes here on normal difficulty, and I did unlock Steel Path. But again, I do not know if it's worth the time and effort to go through it. And I did do all the story quests. I did do all the story quests, as you can see here. I did do them all. And honestly, it was very lackluster. It was very disappointing. My patience was being tested because I was just waiting for it to be over. So yeah, I believe this is my third time trying to play this game. And I'm not really sure, after all the story quests that I've done in this game so far, I have no clue if it's worth continuing. I mean, there's so much world-building potential with the Drifter and the Orbiter and the Warframes and the Lotus. Well, the Lotus does have 3 or 4 names, but it doesn't feel like the choice actually matters. At least in Mass Effect, your choices do matter, even if the ending in Mass Effect 3 was not that good, but nevertheless. Also, Wet, I don't know when was the last time you've been in my channel here, but it took me 3 or 4 years to try to come up with emotes here that are worth, spending $5 or $7 on. So if you haven't looked at it in a while, I did fill up all the tier 1 slots. So hopefully that justifies the value for it. So you probably remember most of these, but I did use up all the slots, especially tier 1, so that hopefully if somebody does want to spend $7 US, hopefully it is worth, the price. So yes, I did try playing APB a while back, but I just don't feel the fun on APB like I used to. If you want me to be honest, I think it was a few months ago I did revisit APB, and the gameplay just doesn't feel fun. It just has dried up for me. Going through the maps, even if the map design was improved, the gunplay and everything else, it just doesn't feel very fulfilling. And with the declining player count, you were likely gonna see the same players over and over again. And even the streamer settings, they don't work. I tried it. I have no clue if they have patched ever since, but they do not work. And the game still stutters too. So I do not, and even if those issues were fixed, I just don't feel the fun on APB like I used to. I have yet to see a Cops and Robbers PvP PvE game nowadays that could potentially succeed where APB could not. Again, APB is sort of like Warframe in a way. So much potential with the world building and the stuff in the game that could make interesting gameplay, but it's just being held back. But it's just being held back for one reason or another. I mean, I was kind of lucky that I actually had fun with that game for as long as I could. But eventually, I got to the point where it just doesn't feel the same. It just doesn't feel fun like it used to. I mean, APB is still gonna keep going, just like PlanetSide 2 is still going after all these years. I mean, APB will probably still keep going as long as it makes money. I have no clue how much money that game is making, but I guess it's still making money. But I have yet to actually see a Cops and Robbers game, whether it's PvP or PvE, that's actually decent. I mean, I know there are custom modes or custom content that you can do in, say, Roblox or Gary's Mod. I still remember Gary's Mod. But I am not going to go out of my way to search through mountains of servers just to find where the best content is at. It's just there's too much out there. There's just too much. And I don't have the mental capacity to go through every single thing out there. Just like music, by the way. I bet there's many other songs out there in different languages that are great, but it's just impossible for me to go through them all. I mean, you can go on YouTube and look it up, but there simply is too many out there that it's not necessarily going to get covered on YouTube. There's just simply too much out there, and you got to pick your quote-unquote battles, if you will. You have to pick your battles carefully. You can't be doing everything. There's no way you can do everything at once. And in some of the newer games, the mainstream releases, they're okay. They're not the best, but they're okay. They're entertaining at least. Resident Evil Requiem and Pragmata, for example, that Capcom released this year, they are above average at best, in my opinion. They're not something that I'll be thinking about for too many years to come, unless they actually add content that will make it worthwhile, but at least they were kind of entertaining. So, and I have no clue how difficult it is. And just going back to Warframe here, I do not know how much effort it's gonna take just to cause more damage when it comes to doing steel path runs. I mean, I am fortunate enough to have the warframes and the weapons here But again, I don't know if it's going to be worth the effort. I am not sure if it's worth the effort going through these. And again, I don't know how much effort it's going to take just to level up these arcanes as well. If the grind is simply too much, then it's not something I'm gonna necessarily gonna be worried about as much. I did try to put in a request for help to see if I can get some help on improving the build here, but I didn't really get much response here, so I'm not really worried about it too much. So yeah, there's really not that many games out there that have captured my interest. So when it comes to PvP games, I don't know if you heard me say this before, Wet Biscuit, but Marvel Rivals is so far the only decent PvP game I've come across so far. But even that game has its fair share of problems. Even if it is a third-person shooter, it's kind of suffers from, performance optimization. I was hoping the frame rate to be higher, similar to Valorant, but the frame rate can really suffer at times, especially when there is a lot of action going on. So that game can be pretty frustrating and also kind of unfair if you don't have the best computer in the world. Again, say what you want about Valorant or even the older Counter-Strike games, but at least the frame rate is high, and you don't need the best computer for it. Yeah, when it comes to Deep Red Galactic, I'm not really sure if that game is worth doing a playthrough again, even if on a casual basis. Well, you know what? Might as well find out right now. Might as well find out right now about Deep Red Galactic and see if it's worth doing. Yeah, that's the thing about, games nowadays is lasting appeal. It's not very easy to have a game nowadays and have lasting appeal. I wish there would be more games that really stand out in my opinion. But let's try Deep Red Galactic again. I was actually hoping to have come on earlier today, but I was mentally exhausted, so let's see how optimized Deep Red Galactic is.
Today I'm gonna smile at a Praetorian and see if it smiles back.
Now, since you've finally been promoted, management has cleared you for some additional benefits. Have a look.
Let's see if it can improve the FPS to 120. All right, let's look at the assignment board or dailies and see if there's anything interesting that can help me out here. Cryo cannon available for purchase. Well, I guess these license upgrades might be fun to do. Let's see if this game is gonna keep my interest. Actually, you know what? Yeah, that's how much time did they spend on this mission? They've already been in for 3 minutes. Let's try this.
Just call me the drill dozer.
Let's see how optimized this game is. I'm actually curious.
Dwarf inbound.
Leave no Here we go! Behind. My life! So glad you're joining me!
Okay. It's been a while since I've played this game.
Find the nitra for ammo. See here. Look there.
How do we...
Access provided. Lighting up. Platform. You're cute, but you're dead. My bag is full. Bring it back! Molly! Molly!
Again, I haven't played this game in a while, but at least I remember how to play it. So...
Mule operational. Well done. The communications router will self-destruct unless the required number of antenna nodes are disabled. Start hacking or start running.
GPU's running up really hard here. Might as well activate NVIDIA DLSS. There we go. Alright, that's better. NVIDIA DLSS is the better option here.
Supply pod launched. Better stand back.
Yep, I think that's better. Now my GPU is not screaming 100%, and I don't think I'll notice a huge difference either.
Ready to kill some more crates.
And even with NVIDIA DLSS, the game still looks pretty good.
Much better.
I hardly noticed a huge difference. I kind of don't know where the objectives are. I guess I'll reduce the graphics to 100 FPS, and that should be more than enough. Yeah, 100 FPS should be more than enough.
Light!
Okay, turn off the...
Platform up!
Where is the self-destruct sequence that we gotta do?
Help!
Where are the antenna nodes? I don't know where it is. This game still looks pretty good, even if it's randomly generated.
Light is up!
I don't hear a lot of people using voice chat in this game, but then again, it's not really needed. I guess this game is at least more tolerable than Helldivers 2.
Disarmed the comms router and exposed its data cell. Good job.
Platform!
I wonder what we gotta do. Oh yeah, gotta salvage 3 mules. I'm just waiting.
It's a mystery to me how all these minerals fit inside.
I'm just along for the ride
Watch me
here.
fly. Ever.
Again, the lighting in this game still looks pretty good. Graphically, this game still looks pretty good. I guess we gotta find this last mule, wherever this is.
Jaw dropping.
At least in this game, you don't have to worry about grinding for arcanes. I wouldn't be too surprised if you have to get different builds just to do more damage. But at least this game is not as forgiving. It's not as unforgiving, at least for now.
Attack!
I have no clue what the last mule is. Yeah, we got at least 2 mules, but where the last mule is at. It'd be nice. It would be nice to have this mini-map be open at the same time. I bet there is a mod for that, but it would be nice to actually have it be open so it's easy to see. But whatever. I guess we just follow the leader or follow the group, I guess.
Platform!
Not sure what this antenna is for. I think it was for that objective that we just finished. Oh yeah, we're trying to find this last mule, wherever this is.
Flares up.
Where is this last mule that we gotta find?
Feel much better now.
Let there be light.
Platform created.
I don't know. There probably is a mod where you can improve
I made a platform.
visuals, I guess.
Found some nitra.
Get back.
Where the heck is the last mule? Yeah, this is just one assignment. You know, this game in a way kind of reminds me of No Man's Sky. I really tried to play No Man's Sky but
Look
that
over
game was
here.
honestly boring.
Anyone needs ammo? There's nitro here. Red sugar. Access provided. Resupply ordered.
Supply drop has been ordered and is on the way.
I really don't know what the last meal
Time to
is.
restock. Ammo taken.
Getting more ammo.
Yeah.
I needed that.
I don't know. We seem to be having difficulty finding the last mule. That can be a bit of an issue with these randomly generated interiors. Can take forever, or just sometimes be unlucky sometimes.
Stop shooting me.
Where is this last mule? Yeah, we're just killing time here. Yeah, I have no clue where we're
Well
gonna
done.
look
The
for.
mule is working again.
Oh, somebody finally found it.
Put me down.
Nice.
I got Clifford poop on me.
Right, is this what we're supposed to do? Return to drop pod? Or we're gonna find these last gunk seeds? These 3 mules are kind of cute. I tried to enjoy Borderlands, but I don't know about you, but I kind of find that series kind of meh.
Down the hatch.
The mules are heading back. Follow them and let's get that drop pod fixed. Remember, you can always deposit on the side of the drop pod.
Back to the drop.
Good.
I ordered a restock.
Supplies are on the way. All mules are secured. Now to get the pod working. First, establishing a proper connection between the pod and the space rig. Set up the uplink. Nitro has been withdrawn and supply pod is inbound.
Alright, I'm gonna try to see if we can complete one mission.
Uplink ready. Triangulation initiate. You're jeopardizing the mission. Get back to the triangulation zone. Please get back into the triangulation zone. We risk completely losing your signal.
Lights up.
Data cell secured. Another successful stab at our rivals.
Getting supplies.
Oh yeah, I gotta stand in the zone. Figured. Wait for the bar to fill and you move on to the next mission.
Sentry off.
Here, have a bullet in the fight.
Triangulation at 50%.
Remember, you can deposit on the sides of the
Plasma
truck.
Buster! That's all you got, you slippery shit! I'm dissolving!
Stings worse than it smells.
Watch where you're shooting, moron cool! Rock and roll! Stop shooting, you pointy!
Return to the triangulation zone. We're losing your connection.
Spread is dead, baby! I'm taking some
Obey
ammo.
me.
Oh yes.
Steve gave his life for me. Thank you, Steve. Why don't you want to go? Friendly fire isn't actually
Blood! You're a stain on the floor! I hope that wasn't on purpose.
the time is up, Green.
Triangulation at 75%. Almost there.
Not me.
I ain't gonna tell you.
Secondary objective completed. Fine job.
I like it. I hate nature.
Okay, we might just have a chance here to complete this.
Watch out! Plasma! Pro tip, hotshot! We're here to shoot the ones without! Watch it!
Uplink triangulation completed. Remote control reestablished. Stand by. Sending in fresh fuel cells for the drop pod.
Grabbing ammo.
Getting more! Getting more ammo!
Stand back. Supply pod inbound.
We're almost done. Almost done.
Fuel cells have arrived.
20
Connect them to
minutes,
the drop pod
but
with
that
the
probably
charge
doesn't
cable.
include when I came here late.
Fuel cells connected to drop pod. Prepare the fuel cells for charge sequence.
Ready to shoot!
Fuel cells charging. Stay close to keep them operational. We're expecting an increase in hostiles.
Yep. Defend the area. Got it.
Lighting up! Watch him!
Don't let him flank you.
I hope this mission is worth doing.
Watch your fire, moron.
Fuel cells at 50%.
Eh.
I'm dissolving. Watch your fire, you gutless mud miner.
Stop him dead! Ah! It stings worse than it smells! Shoot me!
Not much to say here, really.
Explosive lives.
Die! Stop attacking me!
Fuel cells at 75%. You're almost there.
Getting supplies! You're a bloody watch down!
You little mud watch the death part of the
Ow! Hey! Figure this place bullet right.
fire, you atom-brain lump of
Freeze!
lord.
Freeze!
I hope this is the last bit.
Preserve your bullets! Reload!
Your friend, let's keep it that way.
Take that!
Fuel cells fully charged. Drop pod engine powering up. Hold your ground. We're almost ready to pull you and the goods out.
Ammo taken. Red sugar!
Pod reactor spooling up.
Plasma buster!
I guess we're almost done with this mission finally.
Onboard mainframe booting.
Oi, weirdo! There ain't no point giving me
Plasma grenade!
Calculating orbital trajectory.
Almost done with this game, or at least with this round. Not much to say, especially with a full group. Should be straightforward.
Some more crates. Never felt better.
Kind of forgot that this game has enough variety of these generated interiors. Well, there's enough, so it doesn't look too repetitive.
Lights up!
Pod thrusters calibrated. Drop pod powered up and ready to leave. It's time to bring it all home. Get on board, we're leaving with or without you.
I ain't gonna tell you again. Watch out! Hot plasma! One sentry gun ready to be built. Think you can kill me?
Just like Starship Trooper Extermination in Power Police Army.
Make every bullet count! The hottest potato! Watch the plasma! That's gonna cost you a round at the abyss.
Oh, you gotta wait the full minute.
Shooting you once again,
Retrieving escape pod.
Oh, and that turret's still there. Cool. Okay, that wasn't too bad. At least this game has personality, which is nice. That's nice. Honestly, as long as you don't think too much in the progression, I think the game is gonna be more forgiving that way.
Job done. Keep at it and you'll make it through.
Milestone completed.
Sure. Okay. I don't know if I want to complete the next two missions, but I'm glad it's done. Whew. I don't know about you, but I feel tired. Not because of this game, but today I've just been feeling tired. Okay. Let's see here. Let me try Deadlock again. Let's see here. Now, I think for Deadlock, I think I finally have some interest to look at this game a little bit more in depth. Before you actually go into a multiplayer lobby and maybe just try to see if any of the heroes would stick out. So let's see what we got. Let's see if there's any... I don't know if Deadlock is gonna be something that I'll get more interested in as time goes on, but let's see if there's anything that sticks out.
I'm tired of being at the bottom of the vampiric social ladder.
Let's try some sandbox. Actually, no, I think I chose the wrong mode. Leave. We're gonna go to sandbox mode. We're gonna take our time and just see if there's anything that is gonna grow on us.
If I were you, I'll make it quick. On the prowl. I don't need to be up close to kill someone. I love the anticipation. Good luck trying to stop me. I can't wait to hear their wings flutter. New York will be mine.
Who's this first?
I go where I wish. You disgust me.
I don't know. Maybe focusing on this character would help. Maybe. I don't know, maybe this hero could be decent to play. I don't know. Maybe.
I understand. Not everyone has the stomach to do what needs to be done.
The city could use.
Well, my teachers are always asking me to apply myself, so might as well do this.
Sorry, I'm a little late. Had to finish the chapter I was on.
Well, let's see if we can get a co-op bot match at all. If the game is gonna give us one.
had the world at your fingertips, and it was stolen from you by an assassin's bullet. But it's not too late to change your future. Summon the Archmother.
Make it quick. Look who's running home to cry. Good luck trying to stop me. I'll make them bleed.
On the move. Set the snare.
Okay. Still trying to get the hang of the controls or the abilities. It's kind of growing me.
Arrows will rain down.
I won't let you kill me.
Okay, try that again.
Our blue guardian has been defeated.
Thanks.
I'm going to take my time.
Going to shop.
You wanna play?
Ready to open fire.
Scream. I want your blood. Loser. Good luck if I lose. I'm surprised that he didn't crumble to dust. I should see what else they're selling at the store.
They will curse your name, Dicta. The ley lines course through you.
Again, it's just constant fighting over and over, and eventually, hopefully, you'll make some progress.
Almost feel sorry for them.
Rise up and take what you deserve.
This is my time now.
Our Blue Walker is under attack.
Come on.
Okay.
Our Blue Walker has been destroyed.
And these are against bots.
You fought off the court of the Hidden King. They will return.
Outmatched from the beginning.
Be blessed.
I don't know. This is not sure this is the game I can play on and on and on.
You disgust me.
Vindicta is imposing her will on them.
I can afford the best. Can you just die, please?
Much to say, really. You just keep fighting until eventually something's gonna give.
I didn't forget what you did. Scream. Oh, Manhattan.
I see Talon.
Again, my aim is actually being...
Your support has been invaluable in the games.
New York will be mine. Need to feed. Need to escape.
Your skills are impressive, Vindicta.
Nice job.
Your valor is rewarded.
I don't know. At least this game is not making me angry like League of Legends did.
You can't stop me.
Mid-boss has arrived.
Okay. Keeps going. At least I can play a character that I kind of understand.
The spirit earned waiting to be played.
Not a chance.
I cannot buy those things.
They'll never catch me. This just keeps getting better and better.
The wolf preys on our enemies. Our yellow walker is under attack.
More bats for the collection.
Your mind will be home.
I need to increase my sensitivity. That's something that I did on Marvel Rivals. That's something that I need to do here as well. Controller, no. Where's the sensitivity?
Impressive work, Holiday.
Let's try that. Just increase the sensitivity just a little bit.
Vindicta supports from a distance. Your spirit will be forged into a weapon.
Okay. This one is okay.
It's a pleasure watching you work, McGinnis.
I'll pick them apart. Satisfying.
The spirit urn is waiting to be claimed.
Columbola!
Swarm them. No one stops me from getting what I want.
They only have one shrine left.
Snack.
Alright. I mean, I don't understand the MOBA mechanics that well, but I think I'm doing okay here. Taking it casual.
Hunt you all down. I am undeniable.
You guys want to keep throwing yourselves on the murder pile, that's your business.
The Hidden King must die!
I think it's best to remind them who the law is around here.
Your rivals are all dead.
I'm going high!
How many of you have to die before you
Give me a
realize
raise
it's
after this.
hopeless?
Sort of like League of Legends, but at least this one doesn't make me angry.
Good job.
even if it's fun. And how long did that match go? How long did this match go?
Like fish in a barrel.
I don't know, maybe this is something that maybe I can spend some time on. Let me go to the settings. You just increase just a little bit. Maybe this is something that could grow on me, but I know some people are not into this game at all. But at least there are at least a few heroes that I wanna at least get used to playing, I guess. So is there anything else? Oh yes, Starship Troopers. That's one game that I didn't mention earlier. I mean, I'm not completely surprised with what's going on in Helldivers 2. I mean, before the newest updates kind of made the game more of a chore to play through. At least this game is very straightforward to play. It may not have much depth like Helldivers 2, but at least I can go into this game, spend 20 minutes on a mission in particular, and it doesn't feel like a chore to play. At least you'll get some fun entertainment. I wish the player count for this game was a bit higher, though, because sometimes you're not going to get lucky finding matches because of the low player count. Which is why this game doesn't have a huge budget compared to Helldivers 2. So... Man, I need to drink a headache pill. I'm just starting to feel it again. You know what? While I'm queuing, might as well just let it queue, because I don't know how long it's gonna take. All right, so I'll let the matchmaker do its thing while I go get a quick give me some medicine. I need it.
Acme Prime, with its persistent lava flows, once served as a major extraction point for resources. All the more reason for the Deep Space Vanguard to go planetside and probe for bug infestation with the ARC scanner. The only good bug is a dead bug.
Ooh. I was gone for like, what, 2 minutes? And beautiful. How many? What do we have? 2 engineers. I'll be a ranger then.
Brimstone 1, we have ore refineries in your sector. Grab the ore and build up the base. On the bounce.
I have no clue if this game is more optimized with the latest hotfix, but hopefully it is better. I don't think the GPU usage means anything because it's gonna go down when we get a lot of action in the end game. Looks like I might be a cameraman for this one. Maybe.
Enemy arachnid patrol detected. Eliminate it to reduce arachnid threat levels in your AO.
If you're a ranger, that's the best way to be. That's the best way to be being a cameraman here. So at least you can evade. Yep, getting about 60 or so frames per second right now.
Now that's what I call service.
Refinery activated.
Don't think too much on the what you gotta film. Just do it for roleplay. Okay.
Get off the ground, trooper. You don't have permission to die today.
Did the camera get destroyed? I don't know.
Thanks, guys. Fuck this shit.
Large arachnid patrol detected in the field. Its
I
destruction
think that camera
is
got
highly
destroyed by the
recommended.
explosion.
Warning, arachnid threat levels have increased.
Nope. Yeah, unless you got like 3, 4, 5 players near you, you're not gonna have a chance.
Command has authorized a weapon drop. We've loaded a bird
Nope,
with a
unless you
P-10
have that, no,
and
you're not gonna
5
stand a
rockets
chance.
with nuclear munitions. The location is marked on the tag map. Happy hunting.
When you do have 3 or 5 players, you'll do much better. That's okay. If I am not mistaken, the
guys gotta take out that buckle.
I think if I'm not mistaken, the FedNet cameras do respawn. That wasn't there before. It also kind of depends what kind of players you get, even if you have a full lobby. You know what? I'm gonna get the camera. If nobody else is gonna get the camera, I will. Yeah, I think if you're a ranger, that's probably gonna be your best bet of being a cameraman. Especially if at least you can use the jetpack to evade.
The base is under attack in the west.
Yeah, you need decent teamwork in this game. Doesn't have to be the best, but just enough. Just enough. My personal opinion would be nice to have additional slot for the camera. I mean, you're telling me you cannot have the camera on your back? And switch to that to help your teammates?
Warning,
Whatever.
arachnid threat has risen in severity.
Oh yeah, in my personal opinion, one mission in this game is enough.
The base is under attack in the southern quadrant.
May not be as many difficulty levels like, say, Helldivers 2, but this is enough. Easy XP. another point of view, but hopefully this is still just as good.
Plasma bombardment has subsided.
Look how quickly this bar fills up. This is awesome. Easy. Very easy. I don't think Helldivers 2 will even try to do something like this, even if it's not much on gameplay. Having a camera guy for immersion.
Be advised, we're at the threat level have risen.
At times the graphics kind of look washy and kind of look washed up, but it doesn't ruin the gameplay, thankfully.
The base is under attack in the western quadrant.
Yeah, I think we need to go for. I think we're just farming for this mission. Yep, just farming. Not much to really say here. Just farming.
Starship bitches, what's up?
Yo, what up now?
Hanging like a thing. Alright, where are we at? What are we doing?
Yeah, no, this all being
Gonna get a team
They're going
on
for all that
offense
blue
and
shit
team
right
on
now.
defense.
I don't know where everyone's focused on though.
Yeah, or at Alpha.
I think so.
Alright, headed to Alpha.
Oh, we actually have some voice chat. That's nice.
The base is under attack in the western quadrant.
Actually, Bravo's just as close. We'll go to Bravo with medic. I have speed up or ability.
Yeah, I love that ability, man. When I can get off the fucking base.
That's pretty good. Yeah, you want to give that to me there, Chinese guy.
Check the task map for the coordinates.
I'll take it. Okay. Take it.
China. It's the characters, bro.
Well, you know, it's got the lettering. I don't know if it's Chinese.
Yeah, man. You can't fucking read that shit.
I'll be your cameraman for Alpha Or, because I'm a ranger.
So I'm just figuring just out the mathematical probability. Probably Chinese.
Don't snuff film, guys. Stay alive. Get your own camera.
Alright, yeah, Bravo's messed up. I'm fixing it with my horse stick now. Alright, there we go. It should be sped up too if you want to hit the button. Archer. swamped over here, Bravo. Only two of us.
Yeah, this is nice.
Get off the ground, trooper. You don't have permission to die today.
Brimstone 1,
There's the ground.
the marked location. Military intelligence has
I think Agni Prime is probably one of the more easier ones because you don't have to worry about
What do you have,
hives.
a medic? Oh,
Me and
no,
Archer.
I'm another engineer.
A whole bunch of planes.
This is fun.
I'm trying to read on the ground, but like literally I have no way to get you.
I'm coming, dude. Ah, fuck. I got 2 stim packs. Maybe I can get you. What does it look like down there? Shit.
Yeah, it's absolutely nuts at Bravo.
One boy went out.
It's like unsustainable. Bravo, just straight up Bravo.
Yeah, fuck Bravo. I'll see what I can get you though. Maybe save a life.
I got 40 seconds.
Around the corner. I got no orange crack though. Fuck.
This is fun.
Get me a Bravo, save a life.
I've already leveled up everything in this game besides land.
Okay, dudes.
On that shit, dude.
Any dudes at Bravo? I got 20 seconds.
I wish the zoom in would be a little bit pulled back a little bit, but this is still doable.
Yeah, I'm down. I've got 10 seconds left to go.
Yeah, I'm out too. In the arc. I left the base and the arc's fucking dropping.
Base is being attacked. Arc is under attack.
Yeah, fuck it. I'm going back to the base. Hey, whoever saved me, thank you. Thank you, Tom Cruise. Holy shit.
On the bounce, troopers. Plasma
Yeah, the bugs are having margaritas and tacos back by the arc.
The base is under
Having a
attack
good
in
old
the southern
time.
quadrant.
Yeah, don't save me, man. Get back to the arc.
Eliminated
Handle
to reduce
it.
arachnid threat levels in your
Arc is
AO.
being fixed.
Be advised, arachnid threat levels have risen.
Oh, it's going down.
Arc is good.
Warning. The arc is
Got
under
a
attack.
gunner bug inside.
Oh
The
yes,
arc.
and unfortunately we're running out of
The
tickets.
base is under
Yeah,
attack
we're running
in
out
the
of
western
tickets
quadrant.
though, and we don't even have
Oh,
that
we're like
war
max
done.
The
alert.
arc is under attack.
Unfortunate.
Arc is at 75%
Yeah,
health
this
strength.
might be lost.
We have like so many
You guys
engineers,
back
but I
on
don't
D,
think the
everybody's
engineers are
down.
doing their part. Yeah, it's okay. You know what? That's
Back on
okay.
D.
Yeah, I mean, if they might make a comeback, but that's okay. But I'm switching games here because I'm running low on time. What else do we have here? Oh yeah, remember what I said about Mob Rivals? I am in no mood to do any elo stuff at all. If anything, I just want to try to play Duelist, and hopefully I can make an impact. It's not my strongest class, but I just hope that in some quick matches or quick plays, I can at least do something. It's not the best place to be practicing, but at least you have some sense, especially with against other human players, and hopefully you have something to work with. There's still quite a bit of other games in my Steam library that I haven't had a chance to revisit yet, like Goose Goose Duck, for example. My, has that game really fallen off, its prime. I remember meeting a good amount of good players from that game, but even though the game is still going with updates, it is not like it's not the same like it used to be, unfortunately. I wish there were more players playing that game, but not every game lasts forever, unfortunately. Okay. Yeah, and I know there are PvE modes, which I think it's going to be their next big focus, besides competitive and ranked in this game, so that at least the game has longevity, especially for the PvE crowd. But so far I haven't been in the mood to grind and do the PvE stuff yet, especially after the last time. Yeah, I'm not really sure, especially if Inspector and the other folks are gonna get lucky on the competitive side of things. But yeah, look at this, Jesus. Despite Inspector's best efforts, yeah, the matchmaking has honestly been pretty meh. It's been pretty meh, and I don't think I want to take my chances either, because I don't think I'm gonna make any progress. It's just gonna be a downward spiral from here. Yeah, I don't know if Razo is gonna be able to make progress. Yep. Yeah, the matchmaking has been pretty meh so far. So I'm just gonna do a quick match here, and hopefully I can play Duelist just to fill if I can. I believe this is attack, which is rare.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
I'm Luna Snow, Agent F1. I'm going in. Speed, stamina, and some very sharp claws.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Say, Doc, you never told me. Where'd you learn all those tricks?
Exactly. I'm the master of mystical arts, aren't I?
Come on, were you bitten by a radioactive wizard?
Sure, why not? Please let me
I'm gonna try to
meditate.
play White Fox.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Rated T.
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
What can we do?
After all this time, it's nice to finally have some help saving the universe.
And start listing off all the curse words. Unicorn, I choose you.
I sense them. Close. Come on, back in the hunt. Come with me. Ah, that's better.
My life force is fading. I require urgent treatment. My life force is exposed.
Thanks. Spirit revival! Destroy these unks as soon as you see them! Ancestral power! Target lock!
Scan initiated. Vigilante activity detected. Initiating surveillance mode. Martial law to be effect. No unauthorized entry.
My spirit steadies. Let's go through! Feeling stronger already.
Good medicine.
Careful, Anons. X-Things like the others.
I sense them. Close. A boom of light. Spirit revival. Terex is injured.
Oh, yeah,
Mayday.
that's the good stuff.
Put some pep in my step.
Don't drown in the darkness.
I don't think White Fox is going to work here. There's just not enough heals. Nope. We're gonna have to increase the healing a bit. Try Gambit for once.
Time to see if your boy Gambit can steal us a win.
Ah, that's better.
Scan initiated. Vigilante activity detected. Initiating surveillance mode.
The moon haunts you!
No unauthorized entry.
Guess who just showed? Stay hitting real hard. Achievement deep.
Careful, Anang. There might be others.
Right?
Don't drown in the dark.
Yeah, our team is not doing much damage.
You get away!
Probably has a
You get
limited
away!
range.
You get away!
That really helped.
Not putting enough pressure on them.
I just found one of Khonshu's special toys.
Get a Punisher or a hit scan character or something to cause damage on them.
Gambit never falls! I unleash the Vishanti's power!
Now you do this.
Scam initiated. Neutralizing activity detected. Initiating surveillance mode. Martial law in effect. No unauthorized entry.
For a trick, Loki.
By the eye of Agamotto!
My soul is cleansed. Against the world!
That's the good stuff. The moon haunts you!
Only 60 seconds left.
Your tail ends here.
Chaos control.
Can't keep this caging down for long.
Phew.
Help get that vehicle to
At
its
least we got
destination.
more of this game, right?
That's better.
Another Ankh who will rid us of Moon Knight. Good medicine.
I don't think the other team is doing much.
Vigilante activity detected. Initiating surveillance mode. Martial law in effect. No unauthorized entry.
Fire spandex my butts! They're behind us!
Tablet is under my protection. We will not fail. The bus!
Feeling stronger already.
You get a weapon! You get a weapon! You get a weapon! Andy needs help. Fight for the good guys next time.
I am just who Gambit would look for.
Let's play a game!
Just the boost I need.
Love that healing feeling.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Mon Dieu, that hurt.
Wounded.
Scan initiated. Vigilante activity detected.
Okay.
Initiating surveillance mode. Martial law in effect. No unauthorized entry.
Co-op time. Get that vehicle running again.
Oh, never mind.
My soul is cleansed.
That hit the spot. Gambit got your back.
You're halfway there. Keep going.
I'm the best there is.
Enemy in front of us.
Well, let's just hope that we can get enough practice out of this, especially since the Gambit is rarely played, at least in competitive mode.
Good medicine.
Still, this is one of the more decent PvP games out there. I was hoping for more.
Love that healing feeling.
Feeling stronger already.
By the eye of Agamotto! One couldn't win without the other.
Suck it, Logan.
Only 60 seconds
Oh,
left.
did Spider-Man crash, or just not playing?
Ain't ready
Get
for
that
roll
vehicle
to be a
moving
winner.
again.
Not yet.
Scan initiated. Vigilante activity detected. Initiating surveillance mode. Martial law in effect. No unauthorized entry.
Dogs. We should have used my bus instead.
Alrighty.
Just who Gambit would look
Down to
for.
30 seconds.
Good medicine. Exposed. There is not going to be easy to hurt Gambit. A helping hand. King of Hops.
The final 10 seconds!
Freedom of our comrades depends on us. An arcane assist. Oh, they hit real hard. That's the good stuff.
Nobody was touching point, but then again, we already had one player.
Well, you can't expect to win them all.
Yeah, too bad we didn't have any hit scan characters that can do damage on the back. That would have been nice. Nope. It'd be very frustrating when you don't get enough help. And no, the healer cannot always do the picks. I mean, I could have been invis there, but I don't think I necessarily would have made too much difference. It'd be nice to actually try to play some other heroes and actually make a difference. But you try not to have it go too repetitive, and you try to do something a little differently if you can. I'll try one more game, and that's it for me today. It's getting late. Plus, I'm getting... They're starting to become even more sleepy.
You'll need a top-notch team to win this one.
Let's see.
I tear through the cloudless night, just like the moon.
Opening escape passage.
I rarely touch Moon Knight, so let's try this.
Khonshu has guided me this far. I trust him.
Seconds before you attack. Get ready.
I've been told on numerous occasions that I would make a wonderful spy.
Sorry, Miss Hardy. Tiger Division operatives go through a rigorous screening process. You'd never make it.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? If ever a place needed some light. Jeez.
Those beings appear to be hostile.
Love battlefield medicine.
If you wish to survive, you must
The power of the moon.
Double KO! Everybody needs a hand sometimes. Or a dagger. That's 3!
Rise and fall.
Just embrace the light! Wow, 4 in a row! 5! That's amazing!
This is like unnatural selection.
Those dark tendrils have already reached the surface, but we will find a way to sever them again.
Yoink! Give me that weapon.
Rise and fall.
Someone would.
Help get that
Sorry,
vehicle to
no.
its destination.
The dark belongs to Khonshu. Love battlefield medicine.
You'll be needing that.
I feel vulnerable. Please.
A gift from Khonshu.
Double KO! That's 3!
3 down.
Okay.
You're halfway there. Keep going!
Give me that.
Rise and fall. Love battlefield medicine. Good night.
That looks like it hurts.
Double KO!
You owe me now. Remember that.
Almost there. Don't turn back now.
Need a bit more juice.
You won't be needing
Finally, someone would.
Heaven!
Rise and fall. The moon.
Vehicle reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum. Double KO.
My favorite time.
That's 3. Wow, 4 in a row.
That looks like it hurt.
Sorry,
Okay.
Null, but the dark belongs to Khonshu.
good fortune
right.
for me.
The power of the moon.
Okay. This is a little too easy, honestly.
Ty, I'm ready.
That's it. Don't let anything stand in your way.
Is there any teamwork on this team?
A gift from Khonshu.
Fancy street. That's a bad luck.
Castle's turret won't bother. Better put this to good use.
Good fortune for me.
So
Yeah,
close.
this is a little
This is your
too
big
easy.
chance.
I'm not feeling any challenge.
Land on our feet.
Besides, I actually want to see if I'm actually doing a good job
Sorry,
here.
Null, but the dark belongs to Khonshu.
Don't like this.
That was not much of a game, unfortunately.
Another epic victory. Big win.
I didn't think I really did anything there. I just got lucky. Yeah, no, that wasn't much, unfortunately. Everybody was stacked up so closely, so it was easy to get those final hits. A little too easy. Well, it's getting late here. I might do some different games off screen here, but it's getting late. But anyway, I gotta get going here, so... Well, hopefully tomorrow we'll get to do a little bit more games. I don't know if the deadlock thing is gonna grow on me, but we will see. Also, that warp, I couldn't even get the chance to... I couldn't even get the chance to see if I could figure out what to do there. Didn't really get much help there, but anyway. I'll see you guys tomorrow.